Hey everybody, Alex Miller at Capnion here. I want to talk about ransomware, which is a serious epidemic right now. And then I'm going to talk about an incident of an attempted ransomware attack where the victims responded pretty well and maybe were able to spare themselves a lot of pain. So I'm going to get started with, I guess, reviewing some super basics about ransomware and just setting the stage for the story. And then I'll talk about what happened at this hospital, how they responded, why it was good, and what are the takeaways you might be able to use in the future. So, ransomware, of course, is a type of cyber attack where the attacker will get into your computer system and they'll release a program that will run around encrypting absolutely everything it can find. And the point of this encryption is it ruins your life, so you might be eager to pay them to get you out of trouble. And then B, encryption is reversible, so the barrel they're trying to put you over is, hey, your hospital is ruined. Why don't you pay me this money? I'll give you the decryption key and you can get back to work. It sometimes overlaps with people stealing data. Sometimes data is just encrypted. A hospital, if you've been in one recently for whatever reason, has a lot of different connected IT systems these days. And cyber attackers have the means and the incentive to try to spread their ransomware all over your network to absolutely everything they can, which they might accomplish by moving around inside the network themselves once they're in, or it might be that the ransomware is designed to just run all around through any connection it can find to get other places and encrypt more things. So you don't want that to happen. If you could just have one heart rate monitor ransomware and not everything in your hospital, that's pretty good. Okay, which takes us to our story. This hospital, Jackson Hospital, it's in the Florida Panhandle, sounds like it's relatively small, 100 beds. The head of IT gets a call from some of the doctors that says they cannot connect to the system that they use to access patient records. And this head of IT, whose name is Jamie Hussey, he realized pretty quickly that they could have a ransomware incident on their hands. And if they do have a ransomware incident, okay, now it's just in the chart system. Where else could it go and how can we stop it? So this fellow made the very brave decision to turn off the hospital's IT systems while they figured it out. And you can see right here, this is a big inconvenience for the hospital as is. This was not an easy decision to make. It's kind of a no guts, no glory moment. You have to act quickly to make this big decision in order to keep the ransomware from spreading. And in this case, it seems to have been successful. The ransomware was contained on that one system. Everything else was turned off. And once the problem was cleaned up, you could turn it back on and get moving again and not have all your stuff be encrypted. I'm going to start repeating another thing I often point out here. This hospital had a well-developed plan for doing everything on paper. I've said this before, but you really want your plan for doing everything on paper also written on paper. And if you have one of these plans, it can be as simple as you just tell everybody we're going to contingency paperwork or whatever you call it. And hopefully everybody knows what to do and you can carry on your operations. It's probably going to be stressful, probably going to be weird. But you can continue your hospital's operations and you can take this drastic step to shut down the network and prevent the ransomware from spreading. So just to recap real quick, ransomware is this thing. It destroys your files. It's going to spread all over your network. In this case, it was very helpful to turn off these systems. Big choice to prevent the thing spreading more. And then once again, you just want to have stuff on paper if you can. It'll really help you out, make your life a lot less stressful if you find yourself in one of these situations.